Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Santiago Querétaro, Central Mexico. Elevation 6,000 feet, giving us beautiful mild summers and winters. We will talk in an overview about the political forces that seek to toss us to and fro in the oncoming freight train of AI. But first, some lovely images of the city of Querétaro, 300 kilometers north of Mexico City. It has an international airport with direct flights to Dallas, Fort Worth. What a wonderful place to hold conferences on health and well-being and the political forces that are shaping us rapidly. These forces respect no border and will affect all of us. They want us hating each other rather than the international financiers who have been prepping us for techno-slavery for the last 250 years. In 1776, an amazing set of documents was produced, and since that day, forces in Europe have been subverting the United States and making sure it was thoroughly hated and completely incompetent. Those days are no more. And let us attend to the healing. Yes, let us attend.
And cyber is a real domain of power. And cyber is a real domain of power.
Let us walk up to the touristy area and we'll have a look. It's not the best day. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's a nice Sunday. So this is a major little historic place where you can come to in Querétaro, the capital of the state of Querétaro. What I love about Querétaro is they're waiting for the new hero. No, it's okay. They're waiting for the new hero. So they have the empty statue places. That's right. In Australia, and I presume the United States, they just build them. Whereas here it says, no, we're waiting for more heroes. These are waiting for the heroes. We're going to build a country. I love that concept. There is so much happening in the world, as you know. Everyone's talking about the end of everything. I urge you to just get rid of that bullshit out of your head. Nothing's going to happen. There is literally going to be, when we say nothing, I don't know, in Iraq lots of things are happening, in Syria lots of things are happening, in Gaza lots of things are happening, blood, guts, dismembered wives, mothers, children, fathers. So let's get this straight. There's lots of things happening all around the world, violent. But if you want to talk about UK, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the United States, or Mexico for that matter, not a lot happening. And that's how it's going to be. It's not going to have that. Get it out of your head. Start thinking in terms of many decades ahead and start planning long term. They don't want you to plan long term. What they want you to do is to be in a constant state of anxiety and fear, so you cannot plan, you cannot think. That is the goal. That's what they do. We've got to address the psychology. We've got to run a counterintelligence operation against this bullshit. Look, they want a limited release and a controlled release more than anything. They want a controlled release. What would happen if suddenly everyone started reporting that every single piece of the most critical infrastructure in the United States, and indeed the world, was in the hands of a racist, lunatic, piece of garbage, cult-like, mass-murdering scumbags with access to the entire financial resources of the planet? What would happen? Probably wouldn't go down too well, but I also don't want to give that excuse to the people that supposedly matter by stating that they can use that as an excuse, because I'll tell you what's really on their mind. Somehow, the $50 billion a year US intelligence community, both military and civilian, will have to explain to the taxpayers how it is some nutty guy who they keep calling mentally ill from Australia managed to work out the problem with a few friends, but they couldn't. And my budget was the doll. So how about you pay me 10 grand, 15 grand a month, whatever you're paying Whitney, and we'll take it from there. So I do understand running a YouTube channel is a little different to running a country. I get it. But at some stage, there's going to have to be some truth, and it's going to come out. It will absolutely come out. Oh, that sound. It's a loud advertising technique. So, with these things in mind, we have got to run a counterintelligence operation. You've got to run a psychological warfare operation of our own, which is to get people calm, thinking politically, and getting local, deep within their local communities, and taking your time. You want to rush out there and change the world in 5 minutes. Ain't happening. It's got to be a slow, methodical process. It's the consistent application of pressure. Look, Jewish power's waited 500 years. We can't wait 5 minutes. There's nothing magical about what Jewish power combined with the British Empire has achieved. British Israelism. It's achieved because of the constant application of discipline, the constant application of pressure over time. That's it. There is no mystery. It is not magical. Is it magical that you would keep it up for so long? Well, amazing. Look at the Bible. Look how things have transpired. Scary shit. But anyway. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a fun little creative aspect. And I'll do a little bit more on Querétaro and different places around Mexico. But as far as I'm concerned, I haven't been enough around Mexico to make a definitive view, but I think Querétaro is the #1 state in Mexico in terms of it's still got the traditional culture, it's still got it's got a high technology sector, it's got an emerging economy that's booming, it's going to be a second administrative center outside Mexico City, it's very safe, it's got beautiful architecture, and it's at 6,000 feet, and at 6,000 feet things are still cool. And it's very Mediterranean climate. I mean, I was at Merida, Yucatan Peninsula. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. It was so hot and humid. And you know, there's other places to go. It's green, it's got rainfall, and God willing, with Trump doesn't invade or do something ridiculous, things are going to settle down between the relations of the country. We hope. Talk to you soon. Could you say, hola, Australia?
Hola, Australia.
Hola, Australia.
F. Scott Fitzgerald, quote, "The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. One should, for example, be able to see that things are hopeless and yet be determined to make them otherwise. This philosophy fitted on to my early adult life when I saw the improbable, the implausible, often the impossible, come true."
What is our common bond truly? Freedom. Freedom. Without freedom, you can't be a Christian no matter what denomination you belong to. You can't be a Buddhist. You can't own a donut shop. You can't drive from here to Oregon. You can't be an American because that's what it's all about, and it's the only thing that it's all about. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's about freedom.